What's up, guys? Welcome back to the MontyVerse. We are here to check out episode 4 of Netflix's Avatar: The Last Airbender live-action series, and we last left our team in quite a pickle.
They were in a pickle, not literally, but in a
cool,
It really was, but it was more of a kerfuffle.
All right, we also have to meet King Bumi, so let's jump right into this, starting episode 4 of Avatar: Into the Dark right now. I'm excited for Bumi. He's one of my favorite book 1 characters.
I was gonna say, we did talk about how he is a goat of the series.
Yeah, he's a really fun character, and his aloofness and his goofiness, undercutting how serious he takes things, is a really fun way to juxtapose the seriousness of the...
I'm also just excited to see Utkarsh Ambudkar in this.
Yes.
Earth Kingdom soldiers aren't particularly tolerant, even under the best of circumstances.
Oh.
And these are most definitely not the best of circumstances.
This is so interesting, this new dynamic they're trying to set up.
Yes.
And Zuko, they capture him too?
I hope not.
He's like, what about your shithead nephew?
It's all his fault. He started the fight and left you behind and ran away. I'm really starting to see what kind of person he is.
Whoa.
I doubt that.
Anything will happen to us.
I mean, Iroh should understand what he has seen, though.
True.
I don't know.
But that's still his boy. Like, don't mess with his boy.
Oh, yeah.
Aren't exactly kind to their fallen foes.
Oh,
Yes.
he's back. Okay.
Thank goodness.
Were you working with the enemy?
Is that what you call giving weapons to the enemy?
No. Just minor designs. Nothing of any value in war.
That's true.
Mm-hmm. Like,
Especially
I get where he's coming from, but he shouldn't downplay what he did.
You know what it means to make hard choices. Your father had to leave your family to go to war, leaving you, just a boy.
Okay, I like this.
It is, and at least Pootie gets to do more.
To survive, we compromise just enough to get by.
My father would have never done what you did.
Oh, shit.
I know. Well, yeah, because Sokka doesn't want to make that comparison.
Aang's in prison.
I really love this interpretation of the Mechanist.
Yeah, I think, because
He adds a lot of humanity to it.
yeah, which he did originally, but I think that between Pootie's performance and this kind of expanded role, it works really well.
Oh, Zuko's going Black Ops.
But that just shows
Yeah.
how smart he is, and that at least he does have the loyalty to Iroh.
And yeah, it shows his character.
The character that Aang has not seen yet.
Yes.
This is like the first title I'm not totally positive what it's in reference
Yeah,
to.
me, same. I don't know. You could say we're in the dark.
Aww!
Hey,
Oh,
Bumi. How's training going?
oh, little
I'm doing
Boomy.
all right with my forms, but shaping is hard. It's exactly like a sky bison. It's supposed to be a badger mole.
More Gyatso!
Oh, man.
Never mind.
Never mind.
Gravity-defying towers. Impenetrable prisons.
I like the parts of Omashu that aren't so depressing.
Cities are like people. They always have their dark sides.
Seems pretty dark on all the sides these days.
My brother, the Fire Lord, sees things through only one lens. Victory or defeat. Nothing else matters. Not even the loved ones lost along the way.
That's why Zuko's so hot to catch me? So he can win this war? For his dad?
Zuko's victory lies not in winning the war,
Oh, so this is gonna
but in
be
winning his life back.
Zuko's
You could show
backstory.
him this isn't the way. He'll listen to you. He owes you that much.
He's not totally wrong about that.
On the contrary,
He just doesn't understand
it is
at
I
all.
who owe him.
Oh. Okay,
That's
we're
also-
getting into it.
Yeah,
Far
that's
more
also
than I can ever
true.
repay.
That's very true. It wasn't as spelled out
Omashu's prison is deep in the
before, but yeah, it is true.
The secret tunnels, hidden under the mountain. It's said that the founders of the city used them to meet without anyone knowing.
Someone say, secret tunnel.
Unless that was a lie too.
Ooh.
Oh, man, getting roasted
Yes.
everywhere.
There are tunnels, but they're unstable. Those who go in never come out. If you believe the tales, vengeful spirits guard the passages.
Wait,
What?
are we actually doing secret tunnels?
Even if I could figure out a way to get them through the tunnels, there's nothing I can do about the palace guards.
We'll worry about that. Just help us get inside.
Wait, is this gonna be the Lover's Cave?
It can't be, because Aang isn't
Where
with
are you
them.
taking him?
To the pit.
And there wasn't really spirits with there. There was animals.
But that was the rumor, though. Remember?
Yeah.
No one who's been sent there has ever been heard from again.
Oh no. Okay, so we're not getting this episode anyway.
You're not as lucky. You're going to see the king.
Oh man. I want to see them flex again.
Any resistance and they'll send everything they've got at us.
Let them come.
Oh.
The Avatar has returned to the world. It's time to stop hiding.
Aww.
Yeah, Teo. You little badass.
Yeah, he is. Oh my god, it's Flopsy statue.
Oh yeah, you're right. Oh my god, I couldn't tell with all that copper.
Your Highness. The prisoner.
Oh, so I guess we're not gonna see him then.
Maybe. We don't know yet.
Lotus
I mean, he definitely has the weird parts down.
Lotus root, pine bark, dried jasmine, scalding hot water, steep for 2 minutes.
Okay.
And you're wrong. He is the master of all 4 elements, the savior of the world. He is.
Whoa.
Wow.
He's got the laugh. Wait, what?
Hello, Aang.
Bumi!
Oh, this is really, really different.
How are
Yeah.
you still alive?
Clean living, the right diet, ooh, and luck. But more importantly, how are you still alive? I'm
And
still
more
a
importantly,
child.
yeah, exactly. I was
Yeah.
gonna say.
Ooh. Pine bark?
Oh god.
Told you to put pine bark in it.
You did.
Throw him a feast.
Knew it. I should have called it again.
You should have.
But we knew that, because that's what happened before.
That you're true, but you're right. But he's such a good actor.
Like, yeah, I get why the makeup, like, it looks a little jarring, but he is very good.
Yes.
And we know why they had to cast someone younger.
Yes. We know why. We will know why. It's I like to think of it as the Master Roshi effect
Yes, and I think his costume, like, is doing a fantastic job.
of hiding it. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, her canteen. I was wondering why she didn't have it, but I guess she has to
Oh,
earn it.
You betrayed
why?
I wish he was only in one episode.
I stopped you from killing innocent people.
Innocent? Spies, traitors, is that who you wanted to save?
Not everyone out there is the enemy.
Also, you guys barely know each other. How can she betray anything?
That's true.
You are.
You just didn't realize what kind of person she was.
Yeah, you just made a lot of assumptions.
In the South Pole. But here, you have to make hard decisions.
Okay, and she doesn't agree with them.
I thought you were on our side. On my side.
Jet,
Okay,
you've
bro.
forgotten what you're fighting for. That's how I know you've ended up on the wrong side. You're not fighting for anything you love. You're fighting because of
yeah.
hate.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Just like the firebenders.
Oh.
Like
She a
the
firebender? Cause she just burned him.
Oh, snap.
I really do like this guy as Jet though.
Yes. No, I think he's very good. But man, did they make him even worse.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Little classic guitar. She must be a really good. Oh,
Whoa!
using the ice. Okay. She's such a good
Goodbye,
waterbender
Jet.
that she could hit someone with water and they
at the
immediately
power
stay
you have.
dry.
That's because of me.
That wasn't you.
Ooh.
That was me.
Hell yeah.
He is so toxic.
Get him out of here. Take the trash out. I want him to just smell it and be like, the Avatar was here.
The old firebender was taken to the pit. The other one's still here.
Other one.
Yeah, the bald kid. The king wanted to see him.
Oh no, is he gonna
Well,
now have to make a
he's gonna
decision?
stand there?
Just like in the show.
What are you gonna do?
That was very on the nose, but it actually, that isn't bad.
He's like, you have a choice. You have to choose between two things.
Short ribs from Kangaroo Island. They practically jump into your mouth.
Oh. This whole episode is about choices.
And the other.
Maybe that should have been the title then. Choices.
So Bumi is giving him choices.
That was a good one.
I'll take the stew. I don't eat meat.
That's right, you don't.
Okay, dude.
Was this a test?
What? A test? No, more like a game. You always liked games, didn't you? The world is on fire. people are dying, and you got to sleep through it all.
And I wasn't there to help them.
Oh, those monks were always a bit flighty. Am I right?
Dude.
You think he's trying to provoke him?
Which
I
is
don't know,
why
but
I need to get
making light of genocide is not
Oh,
cool.
oh no, of course not. I just feel like there has to be a reason behind this. Because he's not stupid.
Let us leave. But you haven't lived for 100 years. Especially not these 100 years.
Can't make me believe you've lost hope. Not you, Bumi.
This is like a fundamental change to the character.
Challenge accepted.
I almost feel like this would have maybe worked a little better if Aang didn't already know it was Bumi, though.
Yeah, it would have.
This can't be right.
This was the only opening in the mountain.
You sure?
Listen. Music.
Oh my god, were you right?
I hope not, because...
Or at least, are those same characters gonna be here?
Oh, what?
This is so weird.
This is so... Why are we doing this here?
This is also strange because this happens so much later.
Yeah.
Well, good. Grab that, would you?
Oh my god.
I mean, this song is a banger, but I'm so confused.
Well, wait. Okay, I think I understand though because Omashu, remember?
Yeah, I know. I understand.
But it's still weird because this is like such a jump forward.
But they come back to Omashu.
Mhm.
That's why. Yeah. Vibe it, Sokka. Sokka's also vibing it too hard.
Yeah.
What are we doing here? What are you doing here?
We're doing what we're doing. Right, but why are you doing it here?
Acoustics. Best in Omashu.
Okay. All right.
Harmony. That's what we're all about. Harmony, music, love. No, these aren't the tunnels. Those are the tunnels.
Oh, God. Yikes. But also, this story coincides with the Omashu story that leads to Bumi teaching Aang about neutral Jing, which in turn introduces Toph.
Well, in that case,
Yes. So
you should probably see this.
that's
It's a tale of two
interesting.
lovers.
Yeah. Oh, it is the Lover's Cave. We are doing this now.
But it is strange though because now Aang's not even here.
Oma and Shu.
Yeah.
They built elaborate tunnels so that they could meet secretly. But one day, Oma didn't come. She'd been killed in an attack.
Oh. Now isn't that a change? Wasn't it Shu? Oh wait.
She could have destroyed them all, but instead, she declared the war over. Both villages helped her build a new city where they would live together in peace. The great city was named Omashu as a monument to their love.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I hate the way they're doing this. It feels so rushed.
Yeah.
This is literally the origin of earthbending.
Remember that, especially if you're going to go into the dark void from which no living being ever returns.
Oh, okay.
Am I forgetting? Wasn't it Shu
Two
who did
lovers.
come before?
Two lovers.
There's
I'm
no such
overthinking
thing as
this.
angry spirits.
Yeah, you're overthinking it. No, but it was Shu. It was no, I think they got it. Secret tunnel. Secret tunnel. Listen, I like the song.
Oh yeah, I like them.
It just feels super rushed.
Full complement of earthbenders just for one old man. I'm flattered.
Oh wait, because now they're using this storyline.
Yeah, from season 1.
Yeah, when he was originally in the spring.
Yeah.
It's just a precaution.
Yeah, we knew this already, though.
I didn't realize this is exactly what they were doing.
Now, is there anything I can do to make your journey more comfortable?
I'm fine.
Oh!
It's a long ride to the pit.
And I've got all the time in the world.
Oh.
Ooh, the White Lotus.
A word of advice, the direct path is not always the best path.
You mean I should take the route that doesn't?
Oh. Oh, the climbing,
the crystal.
Yeah. Oh, I guess it wasn't as strong. Oh!
Now it's wild because I think all this looks pretty good.
Yeah, that looked great.
Maybe I just wanted a bite of rock candy.
Interesting. Interesting.
I was gonna say that was kind of a weird scene because like where had we? What? I don't even remember what they were doing last.
He said challenge accepted. And he's gonna show him that he didn't lose hope, I guess. But
and then they're just walking in the hallway.
yeah, wouldn't this have been better if Sokka and Katara were in trouble?
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll find out.
Uncle.
I like this. I like the Zuko stuff because I like this episode.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I already think this is a huge improvement. But this is still a case of at least 4 different storylines are being shoved into it.
Yes.
Map's unclear, but I got a hunch.
A hunch?
Yeah, a hunch.
He's also marking their path.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. That's smart.
Katara, what is your problem?
My problem is you're not taking me seriously. I'm not a little girl anymore.
Yet you keep acting like one.
And you keep acting like you know everything when you couldn't even tell that a traitor was flat out lying to you.
Says the girl who fell for a terrorist.
That's not what happened.
You should have never talked to him.
It's kind of what happened.
Dad put me in charge.
You're not Dad!
Here's the thing. I think this is an interesting conflict between the two of them. But I feel like her objection to following the rocks is kind of weird when she didn't have an alternative.
Yeah, she was also very wrong.
Firebenders don't need water, right?
Why would you throw the pouch away? You all could have used that.
Also, you need water.
The city had to ration fresh water after the first year of the siege. Being in the military, we got special privileges. My brother, though, he had a soft heart. He'd gather food and water from his platoon and give them to the children. He was on watch the night you torched the Eastern Wall. By the time we put the fires out, there was nothing left of him to bury. He was 19.
Oh, that's rough.
Was it worth it?
We were at war. I was a soldier.
You were a butcher. You know,
This guy's good.
I can still smell smoke when I go to sleep at night. It never really goes away.
That's crazy. Oh, shit. That was a smack.
War pushes us to the edge. Some of us don't like what we find there.
Is that your pitiful way of saying you're sorry for what you did?
I wasn't talking about me.
Oh. Okay, Iroh.
Oh, God.
Interesting. Iroh provoking.
You have no humanity. You know nothing of loss.
Oof.
They're really like laying it on thick though, because that's like the second person that said that to him.
Yeah, but you have to. I'm sure they all feel that same way and are more than happy to have a go at him.
Oh, what's this? Oh.
So his son dies a hero, and he'll be forever known as a coward.
Where are those people though?
Exposition Firebender.
Take comfort in knowing that Liu Tan will forever be hailed as a champion of the Fire Nation.
Oof.
That's not comforting at all.
Interesting to show some humanity from Ozai. Not really, but...
Not really, it's what he thinks is
What a great
humanity.
honor for you and for Liu Tan
Oh,
to die in the
Zooks.
service of the Fire Nation.
And he's just repeating it because he doesn't know different.
But his face tells a completely different story.
Yeah. Well, because he has more humanity than Ozai does.
Liu Tan gave me this. He'd won it for finishing first in his officer class.
Aww.
He gave me strength. Liu Tan never needed it because he was the strongest person I knew.
Aww.
Damn. Oh, wow. Oh my god, what a great scene.
Oh, I know. That was amazing.
Like, out of all the original stuff they did, that's far and away the best. I don't know if that's from a comic or one of the books, but wow.
That gave me chills. Not speaking for both of us, but man, that was
I
insane.
definitely have chills as well, yeah.
You led the tribe, and protected us with nobody to help you. Dad never had to bear that kind of burden alone. You had it harder than him.
Yeah, you're right. I'm better than Dad. F that guy. This is sweet. I mean, listen, they're using the tunnel of love to develop sibling love, but...
Oh yeah, no, I think now it's getting a little bit... The dynamic is a little cleaner.
The tunnels are changing.
Whoa!
I hate to say it, this stuff has been kind of underwhelming.
Yeah.
Not even bad, because I think Utkarsh is doing pretty damn well.
He's great. I just, it's really hard to kind of figure out.
What are we doing?
Yeah, what's the intentionality?
The Bumi I know is a fun-loving, happy kid who loves to skip rocks.
I know, but how many times do we have to stress that it's been 100 years and things are different?
Let's play one final game.
I almost feel like
Jigsaw?
I almost feel like you could have cut out that scene we just had with them and nothing would have changed.
It served to no purpose.
Other than the crystal looked kind of cool.
Yeah, other than to add the climbing crystal.
The simplest one of all. You.
Because here's the other
versus
thing. Now
me.
the reveal of him being like really fit is not as impactful.
Yeah.
To the death.
You're right about that.
Yeah, because now it feels underwhelming. Because before we had every reason to think he was just a doddering old fool.
Yes.
Any
And
chance
then when
I imagine
he
that?
takes off the robe and he's just shredded.
And Aang also had the great scene of choosing the opponent and then picked
Yeah,
Bumi, which...
underestimating him.
Yes.
And that's a lesson about choices. Okay, the Badger Moles.
Yes, what happened to choices?
That seemed to be the theme of the episode.
And then it kind of just went away.
Yes, immediately. Almost immediately.
Which is really a shame. I mean, I guess there was the choice of the one Earth Kingdom soldier who could have killed him.
Yeah.
Oh!
Okay, that was sick. Nice.
Oh!
Good on Dallas, man. He looks good.
Yes.
Oh, flex.
Wow, I love how one soldier can do a rock that's that big.
I know.
And not 6.
Do it! We've all seen enough death.
Oh no! He hit him.
That's what you get for showing an earthbender compassion.
Wait, he definitely got okay, there we go.
Katara, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry too.
I'm also sorry.
All right, come on, start singing.
Love. Love is the answer.
Oh, okay. I mean, I liked it when music was also the answer.
Yeah, when music and love were the answers. That's the real great part of that episode.
They sense feelings and react to them. Anger, fear, but mostly love.
Huh.
Love is brightest in the dark.
Here's the I get where they're going with this, but this kind of makes the music make more sense in comparison.
100%.
Because at least they could hear.
Excuse me, Mr. Badgermole. We'd really appreciate if you could show us the way to the palace.
Sokka never change.
Please?
He's like, I got you.
Oh, nice.
He's like, if he would have said like, okay.
I mean, that's...
that would have been hilarious.
Yes.
It's also cool to see, because we just saw a bunch of earthbending soldiers use earthbending, and to see how effortlessly Bumi is now doing way more than they did.
Oh, yeah.
It's good power scaling.
Mm-hmm.
You'd have known about that if you'd been around, but you weren't.
All right, I'm sorry. This is getting
You left us.
incredibly repetitive.
Very
and
much
I get
so.
that he has a lot of frustration and anger
So
towards...
this is all about working out his resentment for
Yeah.
Aang. Interesting choice.
You can't
But again,
rely on
it's
anyone.
not being portrayed very
Even your
effectively, I don't feel like.
No, it's extremely repetitive.
And again, I think it would have been a better reveal because it makes sense for anyone to be resentful, but I think if you had the hard-hitting, oh, and he was the friend all along, that would have made this seem a little bit more...
Absolutely.
And it would have impacted Aang more.
Yes. Oh, snap. Sitting with those Destructo discs.
You know, that reminds me of when Katara does it with, like, the ice sheets.
Yes.
It's time for the games to end.
So you're just gonna kill him?
Well, he did say it's a game of life or death. But I'm sure he's also smart enough to know what Aang could handle.
Okay, we're back to choices.
Possible choices.
All right,
Do
I'm
save
anxious to
this
see what the
town
resolution
or
of
that?
all of this is, because I'm very not sure.
You have to save the whole world. Let it fall, Aang. Learn what it means to be the Avatar. No! Then the world is doomed.
So we've had 2 episodes in a row now. Well, no, because the Kyoshi episode and this one both are stressing Aang's morality very early in the series.
You cheated! You didn't do it on your own, so you didn't learn anything at all!
You were wrong. You can rely on your friends. That's the only way I'm gonna save the world. With my friends.
You think like a child.
Is that really so bad? Remember this?
No, he turned it in. That's the bison whistle.
You're right. I wasn't here for the world. Or for you. But I'm here now.
Interesting.
You're under attack?
We will be, but we will be ready. Fortunately, a source tipped us off.
Yeah.
Oh, but I do have one more challenge for you.
Alright, at least we got this.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Here's the thing, I think it came to a satisfying end. It was just, yeah.
Okay, now it did. Yeah, it was just a weird way to get there.
Yeah.
Kind of like the delivery system. Just a winding road. This was the best stuff of the episode.
The Iroh stuff, yes.
The Iroh and Zuko stuff.
Oh.
This is right after.
What are you doing here, Uncle?
Same as you. Getting ready to embark on what is sure to be a memorable journey.
You want to come with me?
I've come fully prepared. All the tea I need.
I don't need a babysitter.
How about a friend?
Oh. How about a surrogate father figure?
My father made it very clear that I'm not to return until I find the Avatar, which means it could be a very long time before we return home.
Home. Everything I need is on this boat.
Oh. Wow.
Like I said, all the tea I need.
Oh my god, I just love that, but the sadness in his eyes too.
Yeah. They're really good. Both of them are really good. Really good chemistry.
And like the writing, because like they don't feel like carbon copies at
Oh,
all.
look, it's the Avatar.
Yeah. They don't feel like carbon copies, but I think like even the subtle changes are still really strong.
Yeah.
Nothing. Let's get you home.
Aww. Choices.
Choices. We got there? Yeah, okay. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, I will say this. I do think it is an improvement from the last episode.
Yes, definitely.
I think the ways they integrated
Agreed.
the different plots made a lot more sense and it didn't feel overly stuffed.
Yeah, this felt more cohesive than the last episode. It didn't feel as all over the place as last episode did. We seemed to be forming a story very early in the episode about choices. We got muddled along the way, but we ended up back where we started.
Absolutely.
So that's all that matters. Really big shout out to the Zuko and Iroh stuff.
Yes.
Which was
Oh
the
my
dark
God.
horse, like low-key fire factor of this episode,
Mhm.
because that stuff was fantastic and really like left me in like you said, chills.
Uh-huh. I was gonna say, the one thing that I just realized that they hint at, and I think it's easy for us to take for granted since we know the full story, is Iroh talks about being indebted to Zuko for what happened to him, but they actually never showed it.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was it had a double meaning, because he means like we don't know how it happened in this version, so maybe he's not as unintentionally responsible as he was in the animated series for Zuko's burns, but I think he means that Zuko was the one who brought him back by, like being a friend to him
Yeah.
after his son died, brought him back from this brink of darkness that he was in when he lost his son. So he's indebted to Zuko for helping him find himself and giving him something to live for again.
Right.
And I think that was the meaning that they wanted to show us this episode.
Right. I'm assuming at some point they will spell it out a little bit more, whether it's the same or they change it, because
the series likes to spell things out.
They do. So that was just something that I kind of thought of, like, again, when you're thinking in terms of exactly what we know is a fact, it's like, oh, they didn't address it exactly. But like you said, everything else was so freaking good. Like, I didn't even really think about it.
I really love Dallas's portrayal of a young Zuko and how he like raises his voice up like an octave just to add this youth to the character and have this innocence in his eyes. Like, his eyes told such a story.
Oh yeah.
This episode, it's actually really incredible acting by young Dallas, because I say young Dallas, he's probably like in his 20s. I just think he did a fantastic job. Obviously, Paul as Iroh, so good. Really shades of the greatness that we know of Iroh from the animated series. Fantastic job by both of them, but I just really wanted to shout that out.
I think it deserves shouting out because, I mean, they've both been great this whole time, but especially those scenes where the tears just streaming down. That is acting I think we take for granted with how hard that has to be.
You could see him, when Zuko sits down, you could see him shaking, like holding back the emotion.
His lips started to quiver a bit, but
it's incredible stuff.
Yeah, but while still mostly keeping a very stone-cold face.
A really good job. That's what really brought the chills on. Like, just so good. Can't talk about how great that stuff was.
Right. I think the next part we should talk about is the next best part of the episode, which is the caves.
The caves, yes. I think, which surprisingly, they kind of, it was weird. They rushed through that stuff in the beginning, which I didn't like too much, because I felt like, even in the narration of the story of Oma and Shu, it was so rapid paced delivery. Delivery felt so weird because he was moving so fast just to fit it in the episode. It felt unnecessary, but once Sokka and Katara were in the cave and you realized they were doing a sibling story, it worked. It really worked for me. I really don't care if it's different than the animated series. It's fine. At the end of the day, where they got to worked, and I think that's all that really matters.
Yes. Loved the performers.
Yes.
They were really fun, for as little as we saw of them. But honestly, I think that was fine. They're going to meet random people along the way, so that's pretty realistic. And the bits that we did get of the machine... Am I gonna
the mechanist?
Mechanist.
Or the mechanist? You can pronounce it like any other.
I think it is mechanist.
However you feel.
Danny Pudi still killing it.
Danny Pudi, not that the character of Sai is inhumane in the animated series. He's not. When we first meet him, he's very much I don't want to say cold, but he's very like robotic.
Yeah.
Because he is an engineer and he's constantly focused on innovation. He's kind of like, he reminds me of Tony Stark. He's a futurist. He's constantly trying to take what's there and build a better tomorrow with it.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas I think Danny Pudi's version in this story that's being told introduces a lot of the gentle humanity to the character, especially in regards to Teo. That actor is also really good.
Yeah.
So it's really nice to see shades of that in the Mechanist this early on in his character. So I really like that stuff. I think, and here's the thing. I think the weakest part of this episode was the Bumi stuff. But I do think Utkar was great as Bumi. Utkarsh, sorry.
No, I think he was fantastic. And by all means, we know exactly why they had to cast someone as young as him.
Yeah.
But I think all things considered, he was very solid.
Yeah, he was really good. He had the wacky, goofy Bumi in him. And I think he played, like, that's a weird part to play.
Yes.
That's a really difficult part to tackle. And he tackles it extremely well. He embraces the goofiness of the character.
Yeah.
I just think the writing didn't do him any favors.
This is one of the worst instances of writing in this whole show so far.
Yeah.
And it's really disappointing because I feel like this could have been stronger.
Yeah, we got to the message because they hammered us over the head with it at the end.
Oh my God.
But it was such a convoluted way of getting there, and it really took away a lot of the emphasis of, like, the Bumi. It's so weird. They wrote Bumi, it had the same story beats as the animated version, right? But it lost all emphasis because Aang didn't know who Bumi was. So he kept underestimating how intelligent this king was and how there was a purpose behind everything he did. Whereas this Bumi was all over the place. The only purpose he had was suffering.
Well, here's the thing that I think they really dropped the ball on is I think the angle of he's exhausted and been beaten down over the last 100 years. That's a very interesting and understandable angle. The problem is they start him out as the very stereotypically goofy Bumi. He goes into kind of a bit of the darker recesses and explain to Aang, like, this is how things have been, you have no idea. But then they stick with that for basically the rest of the episode.
Yeah.
It's repetitive, it's jarring, it adds nothing new. And we, like you said, the whole choices thing gets very muddled because then that kind of goes away until he brings it back.
At the very end, and the choice, it's just like, kill me.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, okay.
Yeah, whereas there's no and it's very disappointing.
It's interesting because Bumi's all about positivity and neutral Jing, right? It's the lesson we learn in season 2. Whereas this Bumi, this episode's all about Aang showing his emotional intelligence again and teaching Bumi how to fight again, which is interesting, but it also kind of, I don't know, it feels weird, and I'm really curious how they're going to tackle that in the future.
Yeah.
And like I said, it was just a really weird way to kind of get to where they wanted us to be at the end of the episode.
Right, because I think muddled is the best word. To me, like, the more I think about it, I think what you could have done that would have made the most sense is, here's this guy who's coming off like, oh, he's not involved in the war anymore, and they could have, like, it could have been a bait and switch where they think he's out of the war because he's goofy and apathetic, and then you realize, oh, there's this deeper suffering within him, and then that doesn't betray his characterization, and it stays a little bit more consistent. Plus, that way, if you are insisting on knowing him to begin with, you have some kind of a reveal and a deeper, like, core you have to work towards.
Yeah, 100%. And I do think that there's an interesting story there to be told about Aang's friends who knew him before he left.
Yeah.
Having resentment towards him for not being there when they needed him. I do think there's a story there, but everyone is so nasty to this kid in this show. I felt like Bumi could have been the one guy who was actually happy to see Aang.
Yeah.
Because we need that differentiation of tone, or else everyone's just constantly shitting on this kid.
Right, and again, it's like, if he wanted to say one time, hey, I've been dealing with this, you don't understand.
Yeah.
Like, that's fine. It just didn't need to be said like a dozen times.
You want to know? It felt like, and I hate to say this word, it felt very fan servicey, the Bumi stuff. Because it's like they wanted to do all the stuff from the show, but they didn't really understand the importance of why it was done, or really understand the character of Bumi all too much. And that's what I'm getting from it. Like, again, it's hard not to compare the two. It's very hard, and I'm trying to be as fair as possible. But it has to be compared to something.
Well, I mean, it's easy to compare them because they have almost this blueprint.
It's paralleled.
They have the blueprint just laid out for them of like, hey, here's what you're taking from. What's a way to kind of keep that spirit and that high quality, but you're putting your own twist on it. And they went too far in changing it to where now it's just muddled.
It's weird, though, because they did and they didn't. Like, they changed the whole reasoning and characterization of Bumi, but they left in all the other stuff. So it's very jumbled.
It's very weird. Like I said, I think the reason it's the most disappointing is I think it just could have been so much stronger.
Yeah, it could have been cleaner because there was something there. Like the choices they made could have developed into something interesting, but I feel like they made a lot of bad choices along the way.
Yeah, it's like you almost can just cut out the middle and that would already make it stronger.
Yes. If you guys like this video, make sure to give it a huge thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, subscribe and hit the notification bell to stay up to date on all of our latest content. If you want to check out our other Avatar reactions, click the link on the page. And until next time, guys, stay versed.